Good morning, dear master, dear colleague. I am Elma Satoko. I have the honor to submit the results of our scientific research. The research theme is about knowledge, attitudes, and practices about smoking in public health facilities in the city of Conakry. To better explain this theme, we will follow the following plan. After an introduction, we will approach the method, then we will talk about the result obtained, before concluding and giving some recommendations. Introduction. Smoking is account of chronic intoxication of physiological or psychic nature caused by abuse of tobacco. In global, it is a global public health problems. According to the Health Organization, it is affect approximately 1.3 billion people in 2005 in developing countries. The size of a tobacco epidemic is increasing. In France, in 2005, in a study of management of smokers in hospitals observed on the opinion, knowledge, and practices of hospital practitioners at the CHU of Lyon, half and all reported that this very large majority of respondents left that smoking should be banned from the hospital, and that this objective was achieved. The goal: evaluate the level of knowledge as well as attitude and practice of smoking of 7 providers and visitors in public health establishments in the city of Conakry. Objective: determine the socio-demographical profile and service provider and visitor to public health establishment in the city of Conakry. Describe knowledge of smoking among service provider and visitor. Describe the attitudes and practices of smoking of service provider and visitor. Methods: the public health establishment in the city of Conakry serve at the setting of this study. Their vocation is care, training, research. Technique is semi-structured interview. The tool are pre-establishment survey sheets and observation. The material is a service provider and visitor to public health facilities. It was a descriptive study. The duration was 2 months from 27 December 2019 to February 27, 2020. Target population: all service provider and visitor to public health establishment in the city of Conakry. Study population: all of service provider and visitor to the public health establishment draw fit on the 33 have been included in this study. Staff and visitor presenter at the time of serve at least 15 years old year without distinction of sex, origin, ethnicity who accepted to participate in the study. Have been excluded staff and visitor absent or unable to respond to time of investigation, age under 15 years old who refused to participate in the study. How variable were socio-demographical variable, knowledge, attitude, and practice? How results were analyzed with EpiInfo software in its version 7.9.1. Results: 460 response answers to survey from include 238 visitors and 222 service providers. Among the staff, there were 44 doctors and 178 other persons. For healthcare persons, the female gender was the most represented with 55.41%. The average age was 30. Most of them were medical students. For the visitors, when men were the most represented with an average age of 36 years, and most of them were self-employed. The knowledge of doctors and other health workers was poor. Visitor knowledge was servant group were generally poor. Visitors generally has a good attitude toward smoking by respecting the hospital no smoking policy. Staff will not accept ashtray in their facilities. Doctor was a great duration consultation to help patients stop smoking and to set good example by not smoking. Conclusion: respondent knowledge of smoking was generally insufficient, although the vast majority were not smokers. They were mostly aged with a predominance of women among providers and men among visitors. It also emerged from this study that visitors adopt the right anti-tobacco awareness gesture in the hospital. Suggestion: to public service, set a good example by no smoking. Request and record the smoking status of patient in the medical record. Educate patient about the danger of smoking. Visitor: to adopt good habits by not smoking, to get closer to the health personnel for help in quitting smoking if necessary. Thank you for your attention.